Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is one of my favourite video games of all time. However, one thing I think the game can improve on is the final smashes, as over half of the characters have either trap or cutscene final smashes, where they hit you with an initial attack, then you take a bunch of smaller hits, and then one last big attack. So I thought an idea of making a YouTube video where I change most of the characters' final smashes. A few things before we start though. Number 1, I will try to get rid of most, if not all, of the cutscene final smashes. 2, they have to reference the character's game or series in some way, shape or form. And 3, there may be some characters which I can't think of anything for, but I will try to change as many as I can. In this video, I'll be covering the first 12 characters from Super Smash Bros. 64. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get on to Mr. Video Game himself, Mario. Mario's current final smash is probably one of the lamest in the game. He just shoots a giant fireball and that's pretty much it. So for his new final smash, I immediately began thinking of Mario's latest 3D adventure, unincluding Bowser's Fury, Super Mario Odyssey. My idea that Mario would capture one of 3 enemies at random and use their abilities. The first enemy I had the idea of was Hammer Bro. Mario will begin jumping around and throwing hammers rapidly to his heart content for a short amount of time. Sort of just like the assist trophy. So yeah, you can like move around, sort of like basically how it works in Super Mario Odyssey, just spamming spamming throwing hammers, yeah. And the second one is the tank, where Mario will go into the foreground and begin shooting missiles from the tank, similar to Snake's final smash in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And the last one is the Gushin. Mario will begin moving around at high speeds depending on the direction the player moves the control stick, and he will shoot water behind him, damaging opponents for a short amount of time. Donkey Kong's final smash has him fire hundreds of punches to his opponents, then finish by uppercutting his opponents up into the air. My new idea for his final smash comes from the new DK games, specifically Donkey Kong Country Returns and Tropical Freeze. You see, in this game, once defeating a boss, the player could hit them as many times as they want and then launch them into the stratosphere. Which may sound similar to the current final smash, but it's a bit different. For the new final smash, the player will beat the heck out of the boss multiple times by pressing the attack button and then launch him into the stage, take him up around 2/3 of the stage, and his opponents will just be sent flying if they don't dodge it. Link's final smash comes from Breath of the Wild. He uses the ancient bow and arrow to fire a straight horizontal shot at his opponents. Don't kill me, but I've never played a Legend of Zelda game before, and this is Breath of the Wild Link, so I had to do a bit of research. Link will use this magnesis to throw a big projectile onto the stage, which his opponents will have to avoid. I know it's not great, but it's the only thing I could find. Samus' current final smash is the Zero Laser, where she fires a huge amount of energy from her gun thing. The same with Legend of Zelda, I've never played an actual Metroid game, so I was completely stuffed. So I went to Discord and asked for some help there. A huge thank for Raven on Discord for helping me. Anyway, the idea he suggested was Samus going into a Metroid suit from Metroid Dread and shooting a giant lasers in 360 angles for a short amount of time. Samus can move, jump, and use her up special if needed during the final smash, just like in the game, but it will be therefore slightly smaller and weaker than her Zero Laser. And with Dark Samus, yeah, I'm not going to change it. They're Echo Fighters, but I don't really care. Yoshi is one of my favourite fictional characters of all time. Yeah, I've only played 2 of his games. Anyway, in his final smash, he calls a horde of Yoshis to trample over his foes, and this is actually taken exactly from Super Smash Bros. Melee's intro. After a bit of thinking, I remembered that in Yoshi's new island, he can throw eggs pretty much 8 times his size. So that's going to be his new final smash. Yoshi will go into the foreground and throw his giant egg onto the stage, which will bounce around the screen for a short amount of time before breaking. Yeah, and if it hits anyone, well, they're going to get launched. In Kirby's final smash, he attacks his opponents multiple times with his final cut and then finishes him off with one big slash. However, I had two ideas for this Final Smash, both coming from the main series Kirby games on the Switch, and I could not decide between the two. In this first Final Smash is basically the ending to Kirby's Star Allies, where he goes into the background and all of Kirby's allies fly into the screen attacking his opponents. My second idea has him use mouthful mode to turn into a big rig and run over his enemies. I just think it would be hilarious if Kirby was turned into a flipping semi-truck causing chaos on the battlefield. It took me a long time to think of a new Final Smash for Fox. In his current Final Smash, he and the rest of his crew shoot you down in their R-rings. I don't want to go back to the Landmaster from Smash 4 and Brawl, but I couldn't think of much and I couldn't find much on the internet or Discord. But eventually I found something. Fox will go into his walker and begin shooting his enemies for a short amount of time, in what is basically a walking tank. It's the best I can find, alright? Pikachu's current Final Smash is Volt Tackle. Basically, he just turns into this weird electric ball thing and zooms across the stage, attacking anyone caught in the initial attack. For Pikachu, I had two rough ideas, but I'm not exactly 100% sure how either of them would work. For the first one, Pika will Gigantamax from Pokemon Sword and Shield and use G-Max Volt Crash, shaking the stage and damaging opponents that are caught in the electric explosion. My second idea came from Pokemon Yellow, where there was this minigame called Pikachu Surf, where, what do you expect? Pikachu surfs. And, well, I'm not really sure how that would work, though. Maybe waves begin popping up on the screen and the player has to avoid them while Pikachu is surfing and basically becoming a hazard. I don't really know. Luigi's current Final Smash represents him really well. He gets out his trusty Poltergust and begins to suck his foes, don't take that out of context, in for a short amount of time and then shoot them into the air, dealing a lot of damage. For his new Final Smash, I was thinking he could do something with the Mario and Luigi series. I came up with the idea that he would use the Luiginary Wall from Dream Team. It would work pretty much just like in the game. Mario have to hit a bunch of hammer swinging Luigis at the opponent, while they have to dodge by moving from left to right. Every player that is hit will be trampled by the Luigis at the end of the attack, like in the game as well. And don't tell me that Mario can be in Luigi's Final Smash, they're both in the game. Well, screw that, because I don't have any other ideas, and Chrom is in Royal's Final Smash as well, so deal with it. Ness's Final Smash is PK Starstorm, where he makes stars rain down, causing utter chaos on his opponents. Funnily enough, though, Ness can't learn this ability in the Earthbound games. It's Paula, I think, who can use this ability. After looking up some other abilities Ness can use, I found one called PK Rockin', which had something to do with like lights and stuff. I don't exactly remember what it said. I found an animation online of Ness using it, so I'll basically take that idea. Ness will use PK Rockin', firing a projectile any direction, causing an explosion when contacting an opponent on surface. In Captain Falcon's current Final Smash, he aboards his blue Falcon and basically rams into you at top speed. As we haven't had an F-Zero game in like over 10 years, that basically means that Captain Falcon is a Super Smash Bros. Character now. And that also meant that I couldn't really find much else for its Final Smash. I was thinking about maybe having the drivers come in to attack from the background, but that would basically make it nearly identical to one of the ideas I had for Kirby's Final Smash. To be creative, I just thought of Turbo Falcon. He can basically just perform multiple jumps, has little to no end lag, and his moves are slightly stronger. So basically Wario Man from Smash 4 and Brawl, so tried to pull out the best combos where you had the chance, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, it's not the best idea, but I don't really know what else to put. Last, and well, kind of least, Jigglypuff. I had a similar problem to Falcon with her, as her current Final Smash just, oddly enough, just makes her grow big. And that's literally it. Like, I don't understand it, to be honest. And I couldn't think of much else. Her most popular attack, Sing, is used in her up special, and the other moves you can learn in the game are just generic attacks that a lot of other Pokemon can learn as well. After asking for some help on Discord, someone did suggest about her going really small, but her attacks do a ton of damage. There is a move that technically does this in the games called Minimize, but from what I know, that doesn't do anything to the attack stat of the user. Plus, if you're playing casually with items on, the Poison Mushroom and Lightning Bolt both decrease the size of the players anyway, so I don't know really. While looking through the list of moves Jigglypuff can learn on the internet, I found the move Hyper Voice, so that's what a new Final Smash is going to be. how it would work is Jigglypuff will scream at the top of her lungs, trying to sing, and anyone close enough to her will take damage. She can use it up to 3 times within around 7 seconds, so it's sort of like the mic ability from the Kirby games. And I guess it still sort of resolves around her because, well, she sings. Yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share with friends if you enjoyed. And if you have any suggestions for any other characters, Final Smashers, or you just like the series in general and want to see the other characters, just tell me in the comments or something, and I'll carry on the series. Have a good one, guys.